Yo, 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 we are back. This is the Baseball Paradise Podcast. I'm your boy, Master Dami, presented by the Duck Duck Bros. And today we're back with another top 10 video podcast, wherever you're listening, watching, YouTube, SoundCloud. I appreciate you guys listening. But today we're doing First Baseman, the top 10 first baseman. I think my list is pretty there, I would say, personally. I mean, I don't know I'm not sure if there's anybody really that I left off. I'm thinking of all the teams. Yeah, I don't know. So I'm gonna just go right into it, right? At number 10, I have Rhys Hoskins. And then Rhys, man, had a decent year. I feel like the Phillies and kind of baseball in general has kind of been waiting for Rhys Hoskins to like really just blow up on the scene. I think when he got called up, he was expected to like be a lot better, kind of be like a star almost. They really haven't got that from him. Batted .245 in the 60-game season, 10 home runs, 25 RBIs. Pretty decent numbers, Phillies did not make the playoffs, I believe. Yeah. So it's kind of like, what's happening here, What's going on? You need some production out of him. I mean, the year before that, he batted .226 in 160. I don't know if he played the whole 162, but that was a whole 162 game season. Hit 29 home runs, 85 RBI, so it's pretty solid. But I think the Phillies are really waiting for him to make that next big jump, like superstar kind of vibes, So we'll see how that one plays out. And then at number 9, I got Eric Hosmer from the Pods. Like I've said in my recent videos, Hosmer had been kind of struggling, and then he kind of had a really good 60-game season. Batted .287 in the 60 game, 9 home runs, 36 RBIs. I don't know if it's the age. I mean, he's only 30, 31 years old, somewhere around there. So he's not that old, or not really even old. Like he's kind of exiting his prime, if you think about it. How they define the prime, So we'll see how that goes. Year before, batted .260, 22 home runs, 99 RBIs. So he's solid. I mean, a full 162. We'll see how that goes. Might be a little bit different. Same team pretty much, besides the pitching staff that they brought. So we'll see how he hits this year. I think he's solid. I feel like the guys ahead of him are better than him. I think a lot of people would argue should be higher on the list. I think it's good. It's up for debate, really, but solid. I think Hosmer at 9 is appropriate. Then at number 8, I have Matt Olson, and he kind of. I feel like Olson is like one of those like waiting for him to like just really blow up on the scene too. Like I feel like all these young first basemen or youngish first basemen are like waiting. Like we're waiting for them to like blow up on the scene. There's really like besides I think like the top 2 or 3 guys on the first like baseman's list, everyone else kind of like we're just waiting for. I don't know, but Matt Olson, batted .195, 14 home runs, 42 RBI. So I mean, didn't bat over 200. Didn't really bat for average well last year. But the power kind of still was there. Driving in runs was still there. I mean, in 2019, he batted .267, 36 home runs, 91 RBIs. And looking at the fact that he plays in Oakland for half the season, is like those numbers are pretty impressive because Oakland is a pretty big ballpark. So to have 36 homers, really great. But yeah, Olsen at 8. And then at 7, I have the Polar Bear, Pete Alonso. Didn't, I mean, his rookie year, won Rookie of the Year, hit 53 home runs, 120 RBIs, batted 260. Second year, gets a 60-game season, bats 231, 16 home runs, 35 RBIs. So, I mean, I think the power's there. If he can hit for average, I think that'll boost him up a little bit. We'll see. They got Lindor now. You got some guys that kind of like helps. They're gonna be pitching around Lindor now. They're gonna be pitching around him. So we'll see how that lineup works. So I think Pete Alonso's I'm probably gonna have another big year like he did his rookie year, another big home run year. So we'll see. I'm excited to see the Polar Bear and the Mets. It's gonna be fun to watch. And then at number 6, I have Anthony Rizzo from the Cubbies. Didn't have the best 2020 season, 60 games, 222, 11 home runs, 24 RBIs. But we know what Rizzo's capable of. I mean, before that, he's just always been a good hitter, great defender, great leader for the Cubs. I think without Rizzo, I don't know who knows if the Cubs even win the division last year. So I feel like Rizzo is solid first baseman, and I think, if I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he was a top 5 first baseman. He's right on the cusp. Me personally, I mean, I just think the 5 guys that I have in the top 5 are just a little bit better. Just the guy at 4 and 5, I think, are just like a little bit better than Rizzo. And if you could flip any of those 3 guys, and it wouldn't matter. So at number 5, got Max Muncy from the Dodgers. Like I said, 60-game season. The averages weren't looking too pretty. 60 games, if you went through a bad stretch, your numbers are not going to look good, because it's not like in a 162-game season where if you go like in a week rut, like you can make it up with another week. Like if you went in a bad rut, it's going to look bad. Muncy batted 192 in the 60 game. Still hit well for power. He had a really high on-base percentage too. Walked a lot, so that was good. 12 home runs, 27 RBIs. The year before, Muncy's more of like a 250, 260 average kind of guy. Anyways, he's going to hit 30-plus home runs, drive in a bunch of runs. So we'll see. We'll see how that works. Hopefully he can pick the average back up. Personally, as a Dodger fan, but Muncy at 5, I would think is reasonable. And then at 4, Luke Voigt, who just teared it up last year. I mean, his 60 game, what he did in 60 games last year was better than what he did the previous year, and I think like 90 games or something like that. The numbers are nearly identical. In 2020, he hit 277, opposed to hitting 263 in 2019, and then hit 22 home runs in 2020, and in 2019 he only hit 21. So he hit 1 more home run in less games, which is crazy. And then he had 52 RBIs in 2020 and 62 RBIs in 2021, which was pretty insane because that's only a 10 RBI difference. He had 10 less RBIs in a 60-game season opposed to him. I know he didn't get the playing time that maybe he deserved, but I mean, he killed it, and I feel like he's gonna keep it going. Hopefully for the Yankees, we'll see. And then here's where I feel like number 1 is everyone has the same number 1, but 2 and 3, I feel like you can flip these guys. At 3, I have Paul Goldschmidt. Had a great year, I feel like he's going to have an even better year this year because he has Arenado hitting behind him. Batted 304 last year. The power was kind of down, 6 home runs, 21 RBIs. But the year before that, he hit 30 home runs. So we'll see. I think he's in line for a good season. He's going to have Arenado behind him. It's going to be exciting. The Cardinals are going to be a team to be in the Central, so we'll see. And then at number 2, we have the American League MVP, Jose Abreu, who just teared it up last year, White Sox, and I think he might have a similar year this year. Will he win MVP again? I don't know. I don't think so. We'll see. 317, 19 home runs, 60 RBIs. I mean, the guy's he drives the ball and he hits well, so he's a great player. And then at number 1, the Atlanta Braves, the National League MVP, who batted 341 in a 60-game season. Freddie Freeman, just amazing. Plays defense. Hits the ball for average. Hits the ball for power. He does it all. The man is amazing. I wouldn't be surprised if Freddie Freeman came back and won the MVP again. The man is on a mission. He says he wants to win a World Series. I believe him. They were one win away from making it to the World Series. And, I think Freeman is the number 1 first baseman. And, yeah, that's my video. Do you agree with my rankings? Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Do you agree with my top 10 list? Who did I leave out that you thought should be in the top 10? Who is in my top 10 that you think should be out of my top 10? Who do you think should be higher on the list, lower? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, whether it's on Instagram, YouTube, or SoundCloud. Let me know. Peace and love. This is the Baseball Paradise Podcast with Master Dami, presented by the Duck Duck Bros. Peace.